Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. How would you like 10 facts that prove that we are collapsing right now, that we are not going into a recession in 2023, and we are not going to crash in 2023, that we are actually crashing right here, right now? The truth is, the Economic Ninja gets completely enraged whenever a quote-unquote expert comes on CNBC or any of the talking head news channels and says they believe that they see a possibility of a recession in 2023. The facts are we are crashing right now. So without further ado, let me grab my notes because we're super fancy here. 15 facts that prove a massive economic meltdown is already happening right here. Guys, I got this information at Zero Hedge, just so you know. Want to give credit where credit is due. That is the title of the article. Number one, existing home sales have now fallen for 10 consecutive months. Woohoo! Now that's not prices. Prices have been falling too, but not as long as the sales have been falling. That is the number one indicator of the beginning of a housing crisis, all right? And if you guys want information on real estate sales, real estate information, and all kinds of stuff over there, I have a channel called The Real Estate Ninja. I will put it down below so you guys can go to that and follow that channel. It's my backup channel, okay? Guys, I was, just so you know, the worst real estate agent in history. I have owned 2 brokerages. I am a real estate agent, but not practicing right now. I did it for me because I have been a real estate investor since 2001. All right, number 2, existing home sales are down 35.4% over the last 12 months. That is the largest year-over-year decline in existing home sales since the collapse of Lehman Brothers. That's a very, very big deal. Number 3, home builder sentiment has now dropped for 12 consecutive months. Holy cow, that's insane. Number 4, home construction costs have risen more than 30% since the beginning of 2022. That means there is about to be, and it already is, it's happening right now, a massive, massive slowdown in real estate building or new home construction. I know you're going around and you're looking at projects that are being built right now. Those were projects that were slated to begin a year ago or 2 years ago, and they can't stop moving. If they stop moving, they really lose out, okay? Number 5, the number of single-family housing unit permits has fallen for 9 months in a row. Again, seeing a steep sell-off. Guys, please check me out on the Real Estate Ninja channel, backup channel, but a lot of great information there. I'm going to be putting out a video of a massive development that tried and failed in 2008 to get going. They just started again, and they're closing their doors. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of homes. The construction trailers have been pulled away. They're taking the equipment off the site. There's just graded dirt left. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to be coming out with that video in a couple days. The Empire State Manufacturing Index, this is number 6, has plunged to a reading of negative 11.2 in December. That figure is way, way below expectations. Number 7, in November, we witnessed the largest decline in retail sales. The largest decline in retail sales that we have seen all year long. When, remember guys, retail sales are supposed to explode in November because we're getting ready for the Christmas season, but we saw them absolutely implode. Yet one more sign that the economy is collapsing right now, right before our eyes. Number 8, even the biggest names on Wall Street are starting to let workers go. In fact, it is being reported that Goldman Sachs will soon lay off approximately 4,000 employees. Now, I've been telling people about this. Watch for the layoffs at the bank. That's when you know the banks are in very serious trouble. And I've said, I've been on record, I'm going to stay on it. You're going to see those bank numbers come out horrifically in Q1 and Q2 of 2023. The Federal Reserve is admitting that the number of actual jobs in the United States has been overstated by over 1 million. Think about that. That's number 9. The Federal Reserve is admitting that the number of actual jobs in the United States has been overstated by 1 million. Whew. Number 10, U.S. job cuts were 417% higher in November than they were during the same month a year ago. And mind you, that's when they couldn't find any employees. They're having a hard time because of the shutdowns. Now you're at 470%, 17% higher than a year ago. Unbelievable. Number 11, a recent Wall Street Journal survey found that approximately 2/3 of Americans expect the economy to get even worse next year. Guys, consumer sentiment is so vital because what happens as it turns negative, the consumer starts to regress and contract their spending, and that makes the waterfall that much worse. It says right here, number 12, a newly released Bloomberg survey has discovered that 70% of U.S. economists believe that a recession is coming in 2023. And again, I don't like the whole economist thing, like trying to foretell the future, because they have a horrible time. They need to deal with what's going on right now, okay? The facts are we are in a recession. Everything is recessing, regressing, resetting, for lack of better terms. It says, number 13, inflation continues to spiral wildly out of control. At this point, a head of lettuce now costs $11 at one grocery store in California. And I'm not joking. That's at Whole Foods. But it's really living up to its name right now. Holy cow. Number 14, overall vegetable prices in the United States are more than 80% higher than they were at this time last year. Think about that. Vegetable prices, 80% higher than they were last year. That is some record-setting inflation, and it's going to get worse. And last but not least, number 15, thanks to the rapidly rising cost of living, 63% of the U.S. population is now living paycheck to paycheck. Everyone, you have to do something right now. Number 1, get out of debt. Number 2, stop getting into debt. Number 3, start looking into inflation hedges like gold and silver. Look at what they've done historically. And no, they're not going to explode overnight. But are they going to trend higher as this inflation gets worse and the economy collapses? Yes. And the only reason I say that, because I'm not a financial professional or a financial advisor, is because history tells you that. That's what happens with it throughout history. Look to have a core cash position also set aside, but safely, separated through multiple banks, because you just don't know which bank's going to actually crater and take some of your money through a bail-in program. Google it. It's very important. Look, these are times to get ready and to get excited, because as we get closer to the economic collapse, I want you to take advantage of it and absolutely crush it. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.